Hey Vogue, this is Kevin Maunahan. I am very late and you are watching my skincare routine and my makeup routine. So this will be a voiceover because I was listening to music while getting ready. I'll usually wash my face in the shower already, and then when I get out of the shower, I'll brush my teeth and floss to get ready for the day. Here's me looking all cute and feeling nice. I had some stubble growing in, so I decided that I needed to shave before I went out. So what I'll do is I'll go in the direction of the hair first, and then I'll go against the grain so that my skin will be smooth. After I'm done shaving, I'll go in again with my face wash and just wash the area that I shaved in so that it's all clean and there's no product left on my face. And then I go in with the Bioma toner. I've been using this for a while now, but I'm almost out. I was trying to screw the lid back on and I dropped it instead. I usually tone my face right after washing it so that I can make sure all the moisture that I put on afterwards retains itself and stays absorbed. But I low-key look really crazy when putting my toner on or just any of my products on. I'll go in like ham style, like you can see right here, like I'm violent with my face. After toning my face, I'll go in with my La Roche-Posay moisturizer. I'll rub that in my hands first and then rub it all over my face and make sure to include my ears and my neck as well as my jawline, making sure all parts of my face are moisturized so I don't look ashy or dry. I also sometimes like to imagine that I'm gua shaing my face with my hands, and I'll usually just go in really violently on my face to make sure all that lymph node fluid gets drained and just to feel snatched and skinny afterwards. I literally knead my face as if it's like a piece of dough, I swear. But it makes me feel good and I feel refreshed afterwards instead of dry. I will say this moisturizer doesn't leave me feeling dry after a couple hours. It actually has me feeling moisturized for hours. After moisturizer, I'll go in with my Sunbum sunscreen with Face 70 SPF. As you can see, I am jamming out to my music, but I'll apply a good amount of that on my fingertips and then I'll rub that in and work it in before putting it on my face. And there is a white cast in the beginning, but if you incorporate it on your face well enough for a good while, like I'm doing here violently, the white cast will go away and then it'll make your face not dry for a couple of hours. If honestly, for some people, this sunscreen might make them feel greasy or might make them not like the feeling of sunscreen, but I've been using this for years and it works for me. Here I'm going crazy with my hair, and this is how I usually do my hair. People have been asking me for a hair routine for a while. This is how I do it. I literally just go ham on my head. Honestly, all the products I used, I go ham on my face and my head, and it's no different with my hair. I'll get a blow dryer and I'll blow it from a good distance, and usually I'll have a tiny spiral brush, but I didn't have that while I was traveling, so I just use my hands and I'll just scruff up my hair in different directions to make it blowout taper style, like fluffy and like spiky, I guess you can call it, and also just, blown out. People ask me what hairstyle I ask for when getting a haircut. This haircut is a grown out blowout taper, and I usually get a design on the back and my bangs are pretty thick. So if that's what you want, just ask for a blowout taper. I usually get a mid taper. And then since I have pin straight Asian hair, my hair does not stay up the whole time for the whole day. So when I discovered Base Bodyworks powder, it changed the whole trajectory of my hair game. I literally have gone through 3 bottles of this ever since I've discovered it. If you like my hairstyle or are trying to get your hair to look like mine, it's a total game changer, especially if you have pin straight hair, because it'll actually use the drying agents in the ingredients to make your hair stick up like a teepee. And I'll just adjust my hair with my hands a couple times throughout the day, but for the most part, it stays up and I don't have to rigorously go through my head. So here's me with my makeup. First, I'll go in with my e.l.f. primer and then I'll work that in my hands before applying it on my face. For concealer, I like to just go on my problem areas for the most part. Although in this lighting, my concealer looks kind of crazy and I look kind of crazy in the video, but I swear it looked like it's my shade match, don't worry. Anyways, if there's any problem areas or if there's any areas with hyperpigmentation or scarring or redness, I'll just go over with the primer a little bit more in that specific area, especially like dark circles and all that. And I'll wait for it to get tacky. As you can see, I'm like pressing it with my fingertips in areas that I would apply concealer. And then after that gets tacky, I'll go in with my concealer. This is the new shade that I got from Maybelline. you twist it, and then a bunch of the product comes out. In this lighting, it looks really yellow, and I don't know why, but you'll see me realize that right here. I don't know why I look so crazy with this concealer, but I promise you that it is my shade. Don't worry, it just looks really yellow in this lighting. I don't know why. But yeah, maybe it's because I'm really red too, but literally every other day that I've worn this, holy shit, I look orange. So after, I'll go in with a beauty blender that's damp, and then I'll just press lightly on my face to incorporate all the product, whether it's my eyebrow, my brow bone, my eyelid, or like my dark circles under my eyes, or my temples where I have scarring, or my jawline. Okay, we're just calling out all the places where I want concealer. Anyways, yeah, I'll just go in and blend it in with the beauty blender. Oh my god, I like, oh shit, I got it in my eye. I think I like tapped it way too much in my eye, but yeah, I look crazy. I don't know why I look so yellow. This is me like trying to remove some of the product, and you can see like on my nose where I accidentally smudged too much. The skin under is red, but we'll just ignore that for the purpose of this video, and for my own sanity, we're just gonna assume that I look fine and I look sane, which I don't, but trust me, just trust the process. I literally don't look this orange in real life. Like, trust, please trust. Anyways, I'll go in with my e.l.f. liquid camo blush. I believe that this is shade Dusty Rose. It's a very good color for me because it's more low-key and not as obvious as the coral one was. Literally, when I tell you that people were clocking my tea when I wore the coral one out one day, it boosted my insecurities a lot, especially with my blush, because I like wearing blush, but when it's too obvious, I get a little insecure. So what I learned was, if you use a nuder shade and if you rub the product on your hand before spreading it out, it'll make it look more subtle and more natural than if you were just to apply all of the product that you put on your face and spread it out throughout your face. As you can see, I'm tapping it first to get the product that's on top and smudging that on my hands in order to get rid of some of the product that I placed and make it look more natural. Something else you can do while putting on blush is you can put on blush first and then put concealer over that so that it blends easier, or even mix some of the two together on the areas where they blend together so that they can fade better and transition better. Here's me just jamming out to, I believe I was listening to Tate McRae, which her new album, oh my god, it's so good. And I'll also go over my nose and jaw, like the chin, along with my temples to incorporate some color back into my face. I will say though, however, because I was in LA and like San Diego, oh, there's a hair on my chin. Anyways, I was in San Diego and LA while recording this, so I did get a little bit tanner. So I will say that that's justified, but holy shit, my shade match is insane in this lighting. So after applying all of that, I didn't go in with contour because I was trying to be light coverage, but I guess you can't really consider this light coverage if there's concealer all over my face. Anyways, I'll go in with the Fit Me powder by Maybelline, and I'll just put that on areas where I don't want to be shiny, so my jawline, my neck, and also a little bit under my eyes where my concealer is. I try to avoid going on the apples of my cheeks and my nose usually, but my nose does get a little greasy, so I did put some on there. Oh, okay, just ignore what I said because I'm not doing that in the video. So anyways, I guess I was just like rubbing it all over my face to set it all in place, and then after I rub that all in place, I will go in with a setting spray and spray that all over my face after the setting powder. And I forgot my Shiseido curler at home, and I was really sad when I tried to look for it in my bag, but I did bring a spoolie. So what I did is I went with the spoolie on my eyelashes and my eyebrows, which can be a little gross, but it's my face. So I just used it because I had to use what I had. Anyways, I just combed my lashes out and I combed the brow hairs on my face, and I also just was tapping everything to make sure it looked nice. And I also went in with lip plumper, which honestly, I don't know if I should go and consider looking into lip liners because I do have dual tone lips. I feel like that's a little intimidating for me and a little too courageous, but we'll see, because I don't know, lip liner combos do look kind of like insane, and that's a little courageous for me. But I feel like lip plumper is where I'll draw the line. And then I go in haywire with my setting spray, which I think is e.l.f. too, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. My friends say to use the Urban Decay one, but I use the e.l.f. one because that's what they had at Target. So after that, well, I don't know why I was using a blow dryer. I think it's just because I wanted it to set faster and I was late. So I didn't want to look shiny when I went downstairs. So I used the cool setting to set my setting powder in place. And I also ended up kissing my back of the hand so that this lip gloss would not be as extreme. And I also just fixed my hair again and pat my face to make sure that I don't look crazy. And that's the end of it. Bye bye.